Testing, testing. All right. Welcome to Knightstown High School. We have the Eastern Hancock Royals visiting the Knightstown Panthers. And I think this is the 58th meeting, I think. I may be wrong. 58th meeting between these schools, and ironically did not play last year. Knightstown had numbers issues and was not able to play, so they played. They did not play, and the Royals had to pick up someone. I can't remember the school at the time. So right now, we have about 9 minutes and 40 seconds till kickoff. So, do want to talk a little bit about the game. First of all, let's look at players to watch. A few players to watch here. Caden Rubel for the Royals has really started to come on as a sophomore. Made some really. Westell had a couple touchdowns. Has played pretty well recently, and he's just a big body, big target for quarterback Elijah Eden. And once he gets the ball and gets going downhill, he's a hard guy to tackle. And then you have Mason Fields, the senior for the Panthers, kind of their main player, the one that the Royals, I'm sure, are going to be focused on trying to contain. Extremely quick. I believe he was injured last year for a large chunk of his junior season, so that would be a big blow to them last year and their record. So I've seen a little bit of film of them. They definitely look improved over last year, despite with the 0-4 record here to start the season.
I'll tell you, Mason seems like he's been around forever because he played a lot even as a freshman. He is probably how people felt about Cole and Houston and those guys last year. Old Mason Fields, quite a talent.
Yeah. And then we'll look here real quick with the schedules and where these teams have been so far. Royals 2-2 record so far. They've played two average to below average teams and two average to above average teams. So their record's 2-2. North Decatur I would call way above average. Actually, they were very, very, very good. Heritage Christian was good. Not the Heritage Christian I think we're used to seeing, but still a really good program there. So that's the Royals' record so far. The Knightstown, they've played Hagerstown, Winchester, Union County, and Union City, and haven't quite been able to get over the hump. I saw a little bit of the Hagerstown game. I think they got up early. I think this Knightstown team, they play a lot of the same guys on both sides of the ball. So you got to think as the game wears down, they get tired and they tend to struggle a little bit late in the games just because of getting tired. And that's just a numbers situation where you just don't have as many players to be able to not have to go both ways. Next week is our homecoming week against Milan. So that's then we things are a little bit up in the air on that live stream, unfortunately. We'll see. We're trying to make arrangements, but both Coach Knight and I will be not here next Friday. So we're trying to figure out arrangements to make that stream still happen, but we'll see. But if you're wanting to come out for homecoming, that's probably the best idea.
You for sure will see the game then.
Yeah, yes. You don't have to worry about if we're streaming it or not. So, conference standings, Mid-Eastern Conference here. North Decatur seems they pretty much clinched it already. I think they've played everybody but Westell, I believe. So they've pretty much clinched the conference in just their second year in the Mid-Eastern Conference. But we're going for second place, I think, so that we got some games, Monroe Central, Shenandoah coming up. That will be real key to get that second place spot in the conference. They're getting ready. They're doing starting lineups. I think they have youth football tonight or something, so we'll have that going. We do have the ability to zoom, but we can't control where we're looking. So we can zoom in if we want. If they point the camera in the right direction. So we're not sure if we're going to have down or distance or not. We'll see. It's not on the scoreboard yet, so we will try to make sure we have that when that time comes.
It's a beautiful night, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's at first I was a little warm when I first got here, but it's now pretty comfortable. The windows open, nice little breeze. I would say our crowd is a little smaller than typical for us at a Knightstown game. I feel like we usually have them just lined up along the fence.
Yeah, I wonder how many people will be rolling in here a little bit late.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful night for football.
Yep. And we'll see. They're doing little tunnel introductions down there. The Panthers with black uniforms and like red on the crown. I can't get a good look at them. It looks like there's black around the bottom and then red on top.
I like those helmets. They're nice.
They kind of fade into one. I couldn't tell. I thought they were all red when I was seeing them on pictures. But no, they're black with red on top. Easy to read numbers. We like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
A white outline around them. The Royals in there. All white with blue helmets. We'll be getting started here shortly. I was going to do the promo here, so we'll get that in and we'll be right back.
Go ahead, turn it in.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
When moving into a new home, we ask ourselves questions like, who is the best internet provider in town? Well, have you considered locally owned 9-Star Connect? We've become the fastest, most reliable, and dedicated fiber-to-the-home internet company in central Indiana. Our internet packages have been modified, and we are changing speeds at a more competitive price. So give us a look. Visit us at 9starconnect.com. 9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
We're back after the national anthem as well. Nicely done by the Knightstown band. Do want to thank Knightstown. They've been extremely helpful, letting us stream and giving us a nice little viewpoint. And it's not too hot, and I always like that. Looks like we're having the simulated coin toss.
Yeah, we do. We have the boys out there with the Plowshare and Anvil trophy,
yeah.
so.
I don't think I can. Yep, we're going to be in the wrong spot to see the trophy. But it's out there. I don't know how well. We do have the ability to zoom. I will surely zoom in a time that I shouldn't and probably miss something, but looks like the Royals are going to receive, going from south to the north to start the game. So we'll see.
Royals going for a 4th consecutive win, kind of taking back ownership of that trophy that started. Gosh,
I think I heard 2006
I was
today.
going to say, I think that's right. I was going to say about 15 years or so. So
it's hard to believe it's been that long.
Yep. I remember when it started; it was pretty cool.
It doesn't seem like it's been going back and forth for that long.
No. Joel Hungate gave a great interview, and I think it was actually on one of the local stations. Wanted to put a blue bolt in that bad boy. I'm not sure how he got that out at one point, but that was always a goal. It's fun to have traveling trophies, and it's a good one to have.
Yep.
Plus, it always makes you look studly too that you're holding an anvil. Nobody knows that it's not really solid, iron or steel or whatever. But
yeah. Cannot hear you very well.
All right. How's that? That better?
Let's see. Hopefully. Oh, I have this turned down. Let's see here. This will probably help our sound. All right. I had this really kind of turned down, so we should be good now.
Well, last time all we were was sound for a while, so.
Yeah.
You know.
I never tested a replay.
They wanted the visuals anyway. Tried the onside kick, and looks like Eli Manship falls on it. Royals ball on looks like the 47. So good field position to start the game.
I'm just going to try a replay. I haven't. Oh, wow. Yep, let's fix that. That's good. That's why we try replays.
We're always a work in progress.
All right. There we go.
The Twins to both sides. Eden back with Peyton to his right. Run a little go-out combo to Rubel. There's your player to watch. Starts us out with about a 7-yard gain.
Yep. Caught the ball and immediately turned to the sideline and got around the corner. Nice little pickup on first.
Yep, and that's just straight up against the coverage. They're giving you that short pass. As long as you can be patient. Looks like they're in a cover 3, so.
That's the first time my wife's ever complained for not hearing me.
What?
Yeah.
All right, Peyton picks up first down.
Yep. So, good couple runs there. Kind of put his head down and push the pile.
Yep, first down. Moving the chains, getting some momentum at the start of the game.
Try. A lot of time. Good job by the
Ball was high. Manship couldn't bring it down.
Speaking of, let me do that. That was. Here's your offensive starters tonight. We have some new ones. Eli Manship starting tonight at receiver and nearly got that one. And so Elijah Eden at quarterback, Peyton Spear at the running back, receivers with Manship, Redmond, Voles, and Rubel. We've seen him already at the tight end. We'll get to the lineman here in a minute. Oh.
Yeah, it was a low snap. We couldn't get it off the ground and dropped for maybe a small loss, maybe right back to the line of scrimmage.
Starters on the line. I think that's a lot of the same, but they have been moved around a little bit. Oh, it's Carter, Hoskins, Wickard, Hill, and Hicks. Ooh, nearly drew them off sides there. If I can get them to. Oh, good pressure, and Eden goes down.
And that's too bad. That should be a penalty.
Kind of a late hit there while Eden was already down.
We had the receivers going. I think they were going to be open, and I didn't see what happened. I know Elijah stepped up and kind of stumbled. I'm not sure if anybody got a piece of him at all. But
so two positive plays and then 3 consecutive negative plays.
Yep.
Really need our cameraman to tilt up a little bit.
We're in an illegal format. Well, depending on what we do, Cameron Bowles is an illegal man downfield at this point. I'm not sure that they'll call it, but some of that inconsistency. I think we've still got so many younger guys that they're building up their varsity experience. You just kind of got to find that rhythm to go here when we start. So.
Yeah, it's a rival game here, so I'm sure that Knightstown is really up for this game.
Yeah, they don't have anything to lose. They don't have the trophy. They haven't won yet. It's kind of how it started with that onside kick. They're going to take some chances, I think, and they're in tight. It's a little bit of that kind of double wing.
Yeah,
they put the ball on the floor. Or I guess on the ground. We're not on the floor. But
yeah, they tilted up a little bit. And that was a good stop there by the Royals. Defensive starters: Gage Tompkins, Logan Hoskins, Ethan Carter, Dom Shelby, Brady Jordan, and Aiden Trueblood and Cameron Bowles are the D linemen and linebackers. We'll get to cornerbacks or DBs here in a minute. Good handoff up the middle.
It's actually a pretty good play for them.
Yeah,
we had guys there.
There was a gap, and that was Fields.
Yep.
And he's one that if he gets any open space, you're in trouble because he's an athlete. He's probably quicker than anyone we have, probably.
Yeah, and that just looked like, you see these formations, but it looked just like a lead or ISO play that they had one of the backs or a lineman coming through, and Fields just following. By the time we get him, he'd already gained 5 yards.
I can zoom in a little more, but I don't want to lose anything. I can control the zoom. I can't control the angle.
There's a reverse. Oh. Good block on Don, but there was some holding on Shelby there. They didn't get it.
Let's get that replay. So here's the replay. And a first down. So both teams start off with first downs early on.
Yep. And you can see there, Shelby turned him in. We didn't have, I don't know where our other DB was on that side, but the Panther that was blocking Shelby really did not. Grabbed a hold of Dom's arm as the guy was going by. We maybe could have got a flag there. But first down for the Panthers.
All right, up the middle.
That's a good fill from Kane. See that? Who is that? Smith. Smith kind of got stood up, and that was because he ran into Kane Sotelo, who I'm beginning to believe is possibly a Terminator. After watching him run last week, he can't be all human.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to talk about that here at some point tonight. The running game that he had.
He reminded me of Spencer Gilbert, Spencer's junior and senior years, the way he ran last week.
Not much. About a yard.
Yep, and Kane came flying up again.
Who was that?
Big Voles coming off the bottom of the pile, too.
Their roster is not in number order, which is evil to announcers.
There's note to any athletic department people that are listening, not from Eastern, please
like
put
that
them
was
in
Gorman, maybe.
Yeah, put them in numerical order, not class order.
There's sometimes you go places and they don't have any order.
It's the reverse again, going to our right, and they're going to pick it up.
Yep.
And I didn't see where we got. I didn't see where we got lost there.
Nope, let me see. Here's the replay.
They got a good block on the outside, and our corner came sucking in. Bit on the fake. You got to play your responsibilities. We got lucky. There's a hold. Got to play your responsibilities.
And I've heard the coach is a little worried about our focus this week. A little worried about them thinking this was going to be an easier game. And the players. So hopefully they can get this straightened out. Knightstown's looked pretty good here to start.
Yeah. They're not the kind of offense they can afford to shoot themselves in the foot like that. They can't get behind the chain, so that will work out in our favor, giving us a little bit more room. I think maybe bring some guys because we're not going to see a lot of. Obviously, they haven't thrown a pass yet, so we got spread out now, but that's not what they want to do. And see the blitz is coming from Tincher right there. So they're going to gain 3 or 4 yards, but it's going to make it fourth and 14.
Pass is caught by number 1, Crawford, freshman. Is Fields playing quarterback? Is he throwing?
He may. I don't know. I didn't look, honestly.
But Fields is punting. You still got to be aware and just make sure that nothing tricky here.
That one's bad punt.
That's way over here in the stands.
Yeah, they're going to mark it out on the Knightstown 48. That netted them 2 yards past where they would have had to get a first down.
Yeah, and I think they were a little friendly on that too, the officials.
So you mentioned our guys, if the coaches are worried or whatever. I worked for a guy once, and he said, "Don't trip over the dead bodies." That was his kind of a gruesome thing, but you don't want to get tripped up by teams you should beat. Yeah. You go take care of business. You don't give them a sniff of hope.
Yeah, because that's what you're looking for. Knightstown's wanting to get off to a good start here, maybe get an early score, and just be close.
Yep.
And then you never know as the game progresses. And that goes with any sport, like trying to get an upset.
Too many crazy things can happen at the end of the game if it's a one-score game. Good. And that was a good ball, good route. Volts just he knew he was open. He turned to run and hadn't secured it yet.
And those are the kind of plays we can't. You gotta complete, and that's one of our most reliable receivers right there.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. I mean, he's got it again right now if they want it. They're giving him such a cushion.
Kane is carrying people.
Yeah, there's an example of the cyborg that's playing tailback. He doesn't get too low. He gets just low enough to hit with his pads, and then decides he's not going down.
Yeah, and he's just
so
dominant last week.
I wouldn't want to get in his way. I mean, he's going to look at that. He's looking to deliver a blow. There's a first down.
Yeah.
I don't know how many carries he ended up with last week, but he had to have been one tired dude when he was done.
Oh, yeah. And you knew that Heritage Christian was trying to stop him, and they couldn't.
No, that was the thing. It wasn't. They weren't playing poorly on defense. They were bringing guys, and Kane just was. He's too stubborn to go down with 1 or 2 guys.
Oh, flag. What do we got? We'll see. I didn't see any movement for the Royals, but
we may have lined up offside with us.
I just saw the replay. Yep.
On them. Yep.
I was watching and I didn't see any of us move. So on the replay,
Wonder if he was lined up. Somebody was lined up in the neutral zone, maybe.
Or I have it delayed. I have like a 10-second delay or something over here that I can view.
We've got trips to the wide side of the field to our right. A lot of room over there.
And last second throws it up.
Yeah,
and that is caught.
Yeah, and that was
Caden
was just bigger than the guy guarding him. Wasn't a particularly, great wide open route. It was pretty good coverage, but Caden's probably got a 6-inch, at least, maybe an 8-inch height advantage over the.
And Elijah nearly ran it.
Yep.
Yep.
And you can see that was really good coverage. Caden went up and got it, though. He high-pointed the ball.
Yeah, I hope we see some rebounds like that this winter.
Yep. Hung on to it because he came down. The ball was coming down on the defender. So good play. And good response after that first drive where we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. So.
And it looks like we're going with the 2-point conversion. Oh, and nothing.
Nope.
We couldn't handle it. It was a bad snap to Kane.
I wonder on that touchdown if that was a intended fake, like Elijah was trying to pull some of those defenders, because he looked out at the receiver screen to Voles out to his right, and then tucked it, and like you said, he pulled up and threw. Unless he's just channeling his his inner Mahomes.
Yeah, he just looked up, and I think he saw, hey, that's Caden, and he looks a lot taller than his defender there. As you look at the crowd here, you can see that I was talking about how we typically have people lined along the fence over there, and they're starting to develop over there.
It's an L.A. Dodgers kind of fandom tonight. Sorry, got something caught in my throat.
And I really want this tilted up. Sorry, we have no control over our camera angle, so we are I can control the zoom, and that's about it. So
when Amazon sponsors us like a Thursday Night Football, we maybe.
Yeah. I did not watch that.
That was pretty good.
There we go.
I heard multiple people say it was weird, though, to have Al Michaels on Thursday instead of Sunday and Herb Street on a pro Thursday instead of a college Saturday. Good job, Garrett.
Yeah.
See, Garrett just broke down and waited for who was that? For Gorman to make his move, and then went. Didn't bite on any of the fancy hip shakes.
I was trying to figure out which way to go, and there was nowhere to go.
Nope. Good coverage. This is the chance. I mean, this is the time now where we can start putting them away too. We stone them here a couple of times, and then get another score quick. And with a team like this, it's easy to take away their hope once you get a couple on them.
I don't think I got our DB starters. We have Bryant Sullivan, Garrett Shaw, Kane Sotelo, and Dylan Bowman are DBs.
There we go. I think that was Trueblood stepped in on that from his linebacker spot, filled the hole. You can see the lineman trying to create that hole, and Garrett filled it perfectly. Aiden filled it perfectly.
Got 114 on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook and YouTube.
Sweet.
And there's a lot of people here as well.
Yeah, this is always a fun game. Get good crowds both places. I think maybe our crowd came late because they knew it was close.
Yeah.
That's a great play. That was Trueblood again.
Trueblood, yeah.
And so after a little bit of positivity, Knightstown gets that holding call. Take away a first down. Second drive, they've gained 2 yards in 2 plays. So.
is Fields under center, I believe. And they hand it off inside to Gorman, and he's got nowhere to go.
Nope.
So well defended there by the Royals. And Fields is going to go back to punt.
And I believe we saw a little bit of a similar offense against Westdale. It's kind of that real tight, almost a wing tee. That looked like the buck sweep, and there was no place to go. 3 yards on 3 plays.
Cameron Voles, our punt returner here.
Cameron's moved up quite a bit, too, after Fields' last one. That's a little better, but not a lot.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Took a Knightstown hop, and he stopped it, and it was going to go. It probably got another 10 yards in it.
Yeah, that was going to move. I was worried about where we were.
Yeah, because that took a wicked hop. You were right. If it would have gone a little bit different angle, it would have hit one of our kids.
So we were talking about our players to watch. Fields had a big run early on, and Rubel's got the touchdown already. And we'll see what the Royals can do now with their third possession.
That's that same play we ran to start, but Tincher's in there for Rubel that time. And just out of his reach.
Yeah, that player had a jump on it there. I think it was maybe Matthew Smith.
And that's tough. That's wide side of the field. That's a long throw, and it's a weird angle at times.
Spear.
Come on, Peyton. Uh-oh.
He fumbled.
Yeah. Panthers recover. Peyton trying to get a little extra there, and the ball popped out. Good effort.
Yeah, that's tough. That's at least 2 fumbles I can remember him losing this year. And nice hit by the Panthers, and quick to recover. And
well, you like to have him in. There's a great changeup to Kane, where Kane's the bruiser. Right? We call him Thunder and Lightning that first game, right? And it's
right.
You want to have Peyton to have that success. Just needs to make sure he squeezes the ball, and he knows that. He'll fix it next time.
Handoff.
Yep, trap, and that goes for 8.
I think that was maybe Jarrett Smith.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And now
yeah, it was Smith, number 12.
Yeah, I was trying to see who was the quarterback.
Gorman, Bryce Gorman, number 7 was. Yeah, I checked. Want to see how many times, see if they're rotating Fields underneath center. If we can figure out something here. It's a nice run by Smith. He got tucked in behind his lineman, stayed low, and hit the hole. And he was in the linebackers before we could stop him.
So 3rd and short here for the Panthers. Tight.
And there's that toss again. Yeah, it was a good fill. Only 1 yard.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get more than that. Fields stopped in his tracks there because it looked like he had about 5 more yards possibly.
Yep, and I saw one of the Royals gave Bowman a tap, so I think it was Bowman who got in there to stop that one. And good play for them.
Yep. Quarterback sneak looks like it's going to be enough for the first down.
Yeah, even so, it's barely. They didn't get a lot of. They got enough push, but not a lot.
Yeah, they make the signal.
Knightstown comes up again with that double tight, double wing.
Just noticed my clock is off. There is time on the clock.
Here comes Fields, going to be a halfback pass. They got behind us, but I think it was out of bounds. Yep, carried him just too much.
I think we had it, so let's see.
Yeah,
the replay.
It was out. I think that was a good call. It was a good good play for them.
Yeah, he was definitely out of bounds.
That was Eli Kane. He was just out though, right? Pretty close.
Yeah.
And I think the pass carried him just a little bit too far, but he'd gotten behind our DBs.
Yeah, were you marking it? Was there a penalty?
Oh.
So roughing the passer call against the Royals.
See, and now that shouldn't be a thing because they tossed it. It's not the quarterback. You're live.
So because it was a halfback pass.
Yeah, that should not. Yeah, I disagree with that. We'd have to ask Coach Gallion for the exact ruling on that, but I don't think that's right.
At least it wasn't the inadvertent whistle that we've been bitten with a couple times.
So that's a 15-yard gain for them on a play that was out of bounds. Nearly fumbled the snap. They're going to gain about 3.
There's a minute 18. I can't get this clock to read properly.
Trueblood on the tackle again.
There we go.
This will be 2nd and 7-ish. They're going to call it 6. Hit Smith again. And he maybe got a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and probably 5 from the 25. I don't know what kind of kicker they have, so you'd assume it's a 2 downs. Although they do have a soccer program here, so they may have a ringer.
It appears they're going to let this go to the second quarter where the Knightstown or the Eastern Hancock Royals lead the Knightstown Panthers 6-0. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Eastern Hancock football on the EH Sports Network.
Knightstar is very focused on customer and member care, focused on making sure that however we communicate with the member and customer is how they want to communicate.
You know, sometimes we're the one person that they speak to in a day, and you want that conversation to be happy and pleasant.
As a nonprofit co-op, we're focused on providing the best service we can for our members.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Yeah, we hit him. I mean, we hit him after he threw it, but you're not a quarterback anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not the quarterback.
It was a halfback pass.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that shouldn't have been.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I would be interested to know the ruling on that for sure, because I agree with you. All right, they're getting ready to go here. Knightstown with a 3rd and 5.
Yep, their best drive of the night came off a turnover by the Royals. There's a counter. Fields is driven backwards. He's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep, Tencher kind of made him go back and lose a few yards, but he's able to turn the corner.
Yeah, the exchange was bad on that. You can see Fields had to leave his track. Something happened. I don't know if it was penetration by our line or some bad footwork. Now they actually lost a little bit. It's going to be 4th and 6. Big down for the Royals. We don't want to make any mental mistakes on this one.
Having trouble with this clock.
There you go.
For now.
That time is currently accurate. They ran some sort of reverse. It's just nothing. That play took way too long.
So that was 4th and 6 and turnover on downs.
Big play.
Royals dodged a bullet there after the turnover. And a couple big plays there. Decent plays for the Panthers and the penalty.
Yeah, that one took just way too long. Too many exchanges of the ball, and our D-line did a really nice job of not getting driven back, and the linebackers filled. They may have had a chance if they hit it quick, but we adjusted to that play that time.
Kane in there now at running back. And Voles brings that one in. Pretty easy 10 yards and then added another 7.
Yeah, what I liked about that is both the receivers out there, Rubel and Manship, did a nice job blocking, and then Cameron lowers his head and thought he was Kane. I mean, he did his best Kane imitation there, carried a guy for about 5 yards. And there goes Kane. And he might get touched.
Go right here. This may be a touchdown. Oh, I think he stepped out.
Did. It's a 7, I think. But they're going to give him the 6. But he didn't even get touched until then.
Yeah, I remember Cole returning a punt like that, I think, one time.
And the guy who got him was number 6, and I think that's Gorman.
Yeah, I think he's down right now,
Camden Gorman, the freshman. Yeah, it looked like his knee may be hyperextended or something as he pulled Kane down. So we hope that young man's all right.
We're going to do a quick commercial. We'll be right back. Eastern Hancock's football on the Eastern EH Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Okay.
Knightstar is very focused on customer and member care, focused on making sure that however we communicate with the member and customer is how they want to communicate.
You know, sometimes we're the one person that they speak to in a day, and you want that conversation to be happy and pleasant.
As a nonprofit co-op, we're focused on providing the best service we can for our members.
Knightstar is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
So that hurts. That hurts the Panthers on a couple of levels because Gorman was one of their backs. I think he was.
Oh yeah,
carried the ball a little bit.
So Gorman is up and being carried over to the bench. And the Royals are now. Let me get zoomed in here.
Well, toss, and we did not do a good job of blocking that time. Cameron got grabbed as soon as he caught the little shovel pass. We'll actually lose a couple of yards on that play.
Sorry, I'll get zoomed back out. Run up the middle, Kane. He's going to score.
Yep, and there's he left a couple of Panthers in his wake.
So touchdown. Kane Sotelo there. He's kind of weaved his way through.
Yeah, I think that Kane would be my favorite Sotelo if he stood up and said, "I'll be back," in like an Arnold voice. Just turned to the defenders. "I'll be back." It's almost automatic for him. Those, I mean, handful of yards. He's not going down easy.
We're going for 2 here. We failed last time. And we failed again.
So really,
Knightstown's been ready for those.
It's been a pretty good quarter and a couple of minutes for us, but there have been a couple of mistakes. the 2 extra points, and we turned the ball over. We did not convert on that first drive.
We have no scoreboard.
So currently 12-0. 10 minutes and 1 second left in the second quarter. Royals will be kicking off left to right, or for those of you who know how this field's laid out, north to south. Redmond will get a chance to kick again. Second time.
I'm working on getting the scoreboard fixed. There we go.
Good kick from Aaron, actually right in the big gap between the returners and the next line. Good return. Panthers get it out to the 32. Let's see, who is that? Jamison Crawford, another freshman on that return. A decent starting position for the Panthers. You just can't quite get enough momentum sustained to punch it into the end zone. But Royals have been tough when they needed to be.
The 2 reverses, and then they had the big penalty.
Yep.
Have been there. 3 big plays so far.
Yeah, and they missed out on that penalty. They missed out on probably a 20-yard catch.
Handoff up the middle, and he breaks the tackle.
Yep.
Who was that?
That was Smith again.
Smith with
the fullback.
And he broke a tackle there.
Yeah, but it was just right. That was right off tackle, but they're struggling with their handoffs. He had to wait for that, and I don't know if that messed up our fit, but we got to take advantage of those missteps in the backfield and drop them. They found something they like. They're keeping us guessing just enough that they're able to find a little daylight every couple of plays.
Fields motion.
Yep, there's the trap, and see who was that? True Blood again. I think maybe his 4th tackle already that I know for sure.
He kind of filled that gap.
And it's that same thing. So a lot of times with when you have an offense like this, you have the lineman pulling and moving, and you like if the guard goes away, you fill the hole. So the misdirection doesn't mess you up. And I'm not quite sure if that's how our defense is reading it or not. But Aiden, whatever happened, Aiden had a wide open path to Smith that time. Dropped him for no gain. Here they come again.
Yeah. Luckily, it's not going to be a first down, so.
No. You don't like the lack of discipline, but it's not going to hurt you right now. Yeah, it was a smart play by the Panthers. They need to do something to keep us off balance, and once we start figuring it out, they're not going to have a real good chance of moving the ball. They're going to have to do tricky kind of things, and we've already seen it. Twice we've seen him try to do something.
Two reverses, a halfback pass.
Onside kick, start the game.
Oh, onside kick.
Yeah. I mean, they know they've got to do something.
Last time they get it to Fields, he trying to get to the outside. He does, and he just kind of outruns. Who was that?
That was Sipes. Yeah, Sipes was there. I mean, Fields a senior with 4 years of varsity experience. Ethan's a sophomore.
Sipes wasn't able to turn him back.
Yeah. And some of that is, I think that's just Ethan's lack of experience. He was in a good spot. I like that. Vols will come back in, but I like where Ethan was at to finish off the play.
Have we had any timeouts that you remember?
No, not that I remember.
realized the timeout graphic wasn't on the scoreboard.
There's that trap again. You can see now we figured it out.
Bryce Gorman comes over to get the play.
It's a lot of extra inning for your quarterback.
Yeah. .820. Why am I? Is that again?
Yep.
I wasn't watching.
I don't think it was the same guys, but it was in the same positions. The lineman not watching the ball, just listen to the snap count.
Oh, we just got up to 121 points.
I like that. That would be a new school record. That would actually break the basketball scoring record, I think, wouldn't it? Right?
It would.
And if you're going to do it, who better than your rival to do that again? Except maybe Shenandoah. Nice tackle. That Tincher?
Yep.
Yep.
Gain of about a yard and a half. And
yep. That was a double leg takedown. He also got 2 points for that. If they can't throw, though, this is going to be a – I mean, their best hope is that they break something and the clock runs out before we get the ball back too many times. We've seen them attempt to pass twice, and once was a halfback pass. So try the quarterback sneak.
One key thing, they haven't turned it over. We have.
Yep.
So, is it just the one turnover?
Yes, as far as I remember, the one fumble.
Felt like we gave it to him in a.
Turned it over on downs on the first drive.
Okay.
And we scored twice, and I think that's it. So, gains a couple of yards there. Bryce Gorman does on the quarterback sneak. Kind of gets outside a little bit, and actually one of his guys pushed him forward to make sure he didn't go back.
You kind of wonder if they just do it again.
I don't see that like 3 or 4 yard push. I don't see that sustainable against us. There's your timeout.
Yep.
I want to see how we're going to line up. And
so there's our first one.
And I think this is a fairly big play. Talk about it when we come out of the timeout. We're going to do a commercial? Or
we'll do a commercial.
Okay.
All right.
At 9-Star Connect, we're committed to delivering dependable and affordable electricity, and we know the best internet service is all about speed and reliability. We deliver both. At 9-Star Connect, we are a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
I think this is a big play because if we can stop them again here, I mean, we got plenty of time to score. We pretty much moved the ball when we wanted to, as long as we play clean. And Knightstown, they got a little momentum here. They got to keep the ball, keep it out of our hands to have a shot, because they'll get the ball to start the second half.
We do have chat here in the booth, so if you have any comments or let us know. We are streaming in 4 places: EH Sports Network, on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and IHSA TV.
Hey, look at that! They just went to a different formation, and that was there's your sneak, but it was not a.
Like more like a draw.
Yep, it was a read because he faked the jet sweep and maybe pulled us a little bit wide to contain that. I think think that was Fields who went in motion. Oh, no, that may have been Fields who went in motion. It's a good play call, good timeout for the coach. Oh, and they keep the ball, clock keeps rolling.
Yeah, at this point, I got to think that Knightstown's thrilled with the score here. Chance to, it's still just a 2-score game and not even a full 2-score game.
Yeah, they don't want to come away empty-handed on this, and we just need to tighten it up. There's another 4-yard gain. Colton Dishman comes in, and I think Braden Hill is just kind of rotating through our D linemen. I think that's Dishman, maybe not. Oh, nope, it's Jacob Wickert. I saw the 5.
Oh, and the toss back to nobody.
Nope.
And falls on it, and that's a killer for a drive that they had something kind of going for him. And just a miscommunication or
I think he stepped out. Yeah, it looked like
the timing issue maybe where.
Yep. I think Gorman's footwork has been off on all this. I'm curious if he's been quarterback all year or not. Because you can see him, he moved out and he was not expecting that. So nice for us. Turns into a 3rd and they call it 17.
Mm-hmm. Or there says 4th, but the down marker says 3rd.
Yeah, it's 3rd.
There we go. They fixed it. 3rd and 17.
They got to call timeout again.
Oh, I never took their timeout off last time.
And this was they were trying to go to like a wide formation, and it's again something they're not familiar with, they're not used to. They're in that point again where it's another big set of downs.
There we are. We are on YouTube. That's where we have our most subscribers. We're also on Facebook. And we're on Twitter. And then we're on IHSA TV. So lots of places you can check us out. Probably the most reliable is YouTube. We've been trying to stream, just so if you've been watching any of ours, we're having issues with our high school camera. So we have tried to stream a couple C-team volleyball games, but we're having issues with the camera, and our IT department and the camera people have been in contact with each other trying to get it solved. So that's why the camera has not looked real good. But for middle school football and JV football, it's worked great. So out at the football field. So those are on YouTube only. Big 3rd down here for the Panthers as they had something going.
Yep, that's an empty backfield.
Oh, Kane with pressure. And throws it in the ground.
Okay, was that Voles in the backfield with him too there?
Yep. And it was immediate.
Yep.
Like nobody.
Well, that might have been one where coaches just decided to send him when he saw that there was going to be a bunch of receivers. Like, hey, they're not used to throwing. Let's put the sophomore under pressure the junior under pressure and see what he can do.
So it looks like they're just gonna maybe go for it here on 4th and 17.
Yeah, they're gonna punt it. I mean, the way they've been punting, we'd have the ball on the 20 anyway.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. It looks as if there's only 6 seconds on the play clock.
Yep.
And they're gonna
Fields is back there.
They're gonna have to call their 3rd timeout of the here. So they're out of timeouts. And so Knightstown out of timeouts.
Yeah, and that one was they didn't get set quick enough. And they put Fields back there, almost like they were going to punt again. But if you're going to punt, why don't you just take take the penalty.
I think they were going to run something there.
Yeah.
But we do have a trivia question we'll probably do sometime in the third quarter. And then we have a new segment, Stump Coach Knight.
Maybe easier than we think.
So stay tuned for that. So we have a trivia question that we hope to do sometime in the third. And we have a Stump Coach Night. And you guys can participate in it too. But we decided – we were talking about how sometimes our trivia outdates our current fans. Like you and I and some of us have been around, seen a lot of different kids come through the program where our current fans, they know the recent people. So so we're trying to hit a certain time frame.
Yeah, when you have kids of kids you coach start coming through the program, it means you have longevity. You've been around for a while. When there's grandkids, it means that I probably should have retired. That's, I think that's the indicator right there.
All right, 4th and 17. See what Knightstown tries here. You got to think it's something.
Yeah, and it's Fields back there.
They just pressure again.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Mason trying to get out and do something. There's no place for him to go.
No.
And I mean, we can man up with their kids. They're not used to throwing, and that means we have some talent, athletic talent that's free to run. And Fields didn't even have a chance to catch the ball before he was running.
Right.
So they may have had guys open. I don't even know. I was watching the scramble.
Yeah, no, but he didn't have time to even know if they were open.
Nope. And that's because they got behind they had that drop snap.
Yep.
They got behind or that drop pitch. They got behind the chains, and they are not built yet to deal with that. Royals looking to get a touchdown here before half.
Yeah, that'd be huge. And Redmond, that's
the same thing that happened to Cam early. He was so open, he knew he was going to get to run.
Yeah. All right, it's almost like we need to have a defender a little closer, so we have to concentrate a little bit more, because that's twice.
And it looks like there's a penalty on us too. Oh no, is it going to be on Knights?
No, they're walking. The Royals are walking backwards.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a spot foul on Knightstown yet. It must be a hold.
So,
wow, that's a big one.
Sorry, I guess I didn't know that was still on.
We went from a potential 30-yard gain to it's going to be first down again, but it's like 25.
But now you're Redmond, you're like, it wouldn't have counted anyways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm telling myself. It's all right.
It wouldn't have counted.
I saved myself getting hit.
I saw him get holding back there. And Kuby.
Mark Kuby, the freshman.
It's a good carry there.
They've been working him in a little bit more over the last couple weeks. I just keep hearing from some of the kids that as Mark figures out how to play running back, he's got potential to be really good. He's just not got a ton of experience there. Nice pass, good catch.
Yep.
Who's that out there? Manship again.
Is it? And it was a good tackle, because it looked like he was just a shoestring from getting the first down.
Now it's 3rd and 8, and that's doable.
3 minutes, and I know the clock's messing up a little bit. 3 minutes and 30-some seconds.
There it is again. Hitch to Eli. That day they defended a little bit better. We just run out 5 yards, turn around.
Yep.
They're playing off. They don't want to get beat deep.
Now, what do you think? I think we go for it here.
Yeah, why not?
So,
why not? Your defense playing pretty well. And it's 5 yards. We just got that 3 plays in a row. I run the same thing. Right into the boundary. Eli runs to the sticks, turns around, catches it. And
holes in the slot too, maybe.
Yeah, Eden and Manship been playing catch for a lot of years. Well, there we go. There's a sprint out.
Well, he's going to run it.
Yep, he's got it.
That was run all the way.
Yep, he's got it.
Nope.
Good job. Eden got a couple weeks to spare.
Kept wondering if he was just going to find somebody downfield, and he looked like he was running that all the way.
Yep, and if he had wanted to, Redmond got to the sticks, and he was going to be open too. So sometimes you don't want to even risk it.
Kubi up the middle.
We get four or 5 yards.
Yep.
Nice job. We got all 3 of our timeouts left. Just over 2.5 left.
Yep. Sorry, the clock is not right.
I think we have visual this week, though, so the clock not being right's more an irritant.
Yeah, at least
than
we
anything.
can. Yeah, at least you can see what's going on. Good.
Yep, Eden flush, but he's going to run it. I don't think people realize that how fast he is.
Yep. He's going to get the first down and get out of bounds there.
Yep.
2:11 to go.
10-yard pickup. And he wanted that throw. Got flushed and decided to make something out of it.
He's the freshman chance.
There
a lot of freshmen out
I
there.
was going to say, Knightstown can say that about their whole team, I think.
Yeah.
And that's hard. I thought he was going to throw it to Rubel. It's really, really hard to be sprinting to your right and make
throw it back.
Yeah, and it's not just to throw it back. That was a really bad angle. He would have really had to torque his hips and his shoulders around. Thought he had Rubel open. He could have just dumped it off, but maybe he didn't see him.
Well, timeout. There's 2:05 left, and it's 2nd and 10.
This could be fun.
Yeah, I think the playbook's wide open here for them to try a lot of things here.
Absolutely. We still got 2 timeouts. Going to hand it to Kubi. Oh,
good defense. Oh, but he bounces off. Still going.
And I couldn't tell who that was who grabbed him, but they got Mark a little high, and Mark decided to keep his legs going. And
it's almost like he thought that they were going to blow it dead, like forward progress. But
and there weren't any Panthers there to help him either. He was trying to hold him up. Job by Kubi. I mean, it could have been a couple-yard loss. He gained about 4. And Knightstown just jumped offside. So now it's going to be 3rd and 1.5.
Man.
This would be really big to score here going into halftime.
Oh, yeah. Reset it to 136 on the, and it is 12. Usually when it gets dark. Oh, he still has the mic on. I wonder if he knows. Usually when it gets dark, our scoreboard thing works better, but it's working worse. Deep, and that's got Redmonds open. Oh. He was open.
Yep. 4th and 1 with a minute just under, 1:29 to go. So we'll see if we run Kubi to pick up the first down. And all right, here we go. 4th and 1. Kubi up the middle. Well, when he breaks it, he
gets enough.
Yep. Another 6 yards. Puts us like at the 17. Is that right? No, 22, 23. Minute 20 to go. We'll look in the end zone. There's Redmond again. Couldn't quite get to it. That time, instead of airing it out, put it on a line because there was a little tighter defense. And
it's 1:13 left. We'll try to keep it up audio because the scoreboard's gotten worse as it's gotten darker.
It's been a long week. Scoreboard just wants a rest. Voles in the slot. Let's see if we take a shot at him here. Oh, it's going to be Kuby up the middle again. That time the Panthers did a better job.
He keeps his feet moving, though.
Yeah, they decided to hang on this time, though. They realized.
They weren't letting go.
Yeah, they learned from the last one. So Mark gets held for about no gain with the forward progress.
It's going to be 3rd and 10 as under a minute. And this would be a big stop here for the Panthers because you go in, you get the ball back, start the second half.
Yep.
Only down 12. And Redmond pulls that in, but
it's going to be close to a first down. I think we're going to be yards short.
And we got a timeout, so that's going to be our second timeout, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be spotted on the 15 and need to get to like the 14, the 13 and a half, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So I would think at this point, Knightstown's not feeling too bad at this point.
No.
Just down 12 and going to get the ball, start the second half, can regroup. But they got to get a stop here.
Yeah, I think if we score after the way they've fought on this drive, that's got to be demoralizing to them. And then they haven't shown they can get 3 scores.
So 4th and 1, that's accurate on the scoreboard. It's 37.4 seconds. And the score is 12-0, not 2-0.
Yep. Came to a football game and a soccer game broke out.
So
the last time we had this, 3 downs ago, Royals just ran it up the middle, make sure to pick it up. With one, we got Tyler Fields in the background, or in the backfield as a lead blocker, and Kane's going to take it. He may score.
Oh.
He got the first down. That's not in question. He makes it to the 5.
If they have to hurry, though, they get the first down, but it's still 30.8 seconds left. Gosh, this scoreboard is.
Yeah, they got it. Once they set it, they'll start the clock. There's Kane again. Good tackle. He gets to the 1. We're going to take it. Yeah,
that's our last timeout, right?
Yep, but got a chance to run a couple of plays. I don't know if you want to run it the first one.
Yeah, I don't think you want to. You can't. It's got to be throws, right?
Well, I would
Or
think this
sure
one has to be this one. You throw it. We got at least one more play unless we turn it over. But I think if you get the potential to run, you don't want to do it first. So if there's any sort of pile or something, and getting up and getting the ball set.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do some work at halftime on the scoreboard.
We're on the 2-yard line here. We've really done a pretty good job in short yard situations. I would feel confident if we ran it here, but I think to be safe, maybe run a sprint out, something. I'm trying to see Eden back in at quarterback. Yeah, Eden back in at quarterback. Kane will be the running back. So we may see a throw here. And then we could get up and run it if we needed to.
Can't get tackled, though.
Nope,
you got to get in. Oh,
yep.
He got in. Touchdown, Eden.
Yep, and that was number 36. I can't see in my program there that actually had Elijah squared up, and Elijah got by him. They had a chance right there. Ran hard and got in the end zone. So I think that was a big one. That's a backbreaker.
Oh, yeah, because going down 18, potentially 20-0 is a lot different than 12-0 getting the ball. Now you're at 3 scores. Potentially 4 scores if they get this if they get a 2-point conversion here, because well, I guess you could get.
Goes Eden again.
Oh, our 2-point conversions have not been good.
No, and that one, I don't know if there was a miscommunication, but Elijah tucked it to run, drew the defenders to him, and then he just kind of winged it in the back of the end zone. And I'm not sure if the receiver was in the wrong spot or if he didn't get a good aim on his pass. But, yeah, good thing is tonight it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
The back half of our schedule that you showed earlier is really
Yes.
loaded, though, so we've got to clean that up before we start that run of Milan, Monroe Central, Shenandoah, and Lapel to end out the season.
Right, it's always been a brutal stretch. I was trying to manually do my scoreboard. And oh, I'm on replay still.
Well, you know, it's worth
We
replaying.
probably didn't even see the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, score is 18-0. We're having scoreboard issues.
17.9 seconds to go in the half. Redmond's going to kick off. Last time he put it in a 20-yard open gap between the returners and the middle line. Going to kick it a little deeper this time. Ball bounces. There's a host of Royals there. It's by. Uh-oh.
Gets out of bounds. There's 8 seconds left
Yep.
in the half.
Redmond came up and tried to be McAfee a little bit there and knock the returner out. Good job by Aaron because that opened up a little bit.
Aaron has played some DB in the past. I don't think he's playing it much anymore. All right, see what Knightstown tries.
I mean, I don't think you throw it at this point because that's not your strong suit.
Yeah.
And again, I've been on the other side of this where we try to score and it has
Backfired.
Yeah, backfired pretty badly. So, and they're gonna do it. I think I may just run the quarterback up the middle and go to the locker room and get the kickoff coming out.
Do not have any timeouts.
No, there it is. It's a lot safer. I mean, there's no shame in that.
Yep.
It's a smart play.
That's going to bring us to halftime with the Eastern Hancock Royals leading 18-0. Not mistake-free. I would say we've got some things to talk about at halftime and to work on and improve and get better at. But Knightstown had to be pretty, like I said, they're going to get the ball in the back in the second half. And until that touchdown right there at the end, they were going to be right there with a chance.
Yep.
So we're going to take a little break here. I'm going to see if I can mess with the scoreboard while we're at halftime, and we'll come back and catch the second half here in a little bit. I didn't even look. I just thought, I wonder if Sam's doing stats. So I thought.
Hey, we are back with the audio. We're finishing up here, and we've actually got some halftime stats. Coach Paxton's going to.
All right. So far in the first half, Elijah Eden, 5 of 11, 61 yards, and a touchdown. He's had a couple drops in there, too, so he hasn't been inaccurate. I know 5 of 11 doesn't sound very good, but he's been on target.
Yeah.
He's just had a couple drops by his receivers.
At least 3 I know of.
And then Kane Sotelo with just 6 carries, 79 yards rushing, a touchdown. His longest rush is 49 yards so far. Mark Kuby, 4 carries with 20 yards by the freshman. Peyton Spear has 2 carries for 4 yards and a fumble. And Elijah has 4 attempts, 4 carries, 1 yard, but he has scored a touchdown in there.
He's done a nice job of running when he needs to and making something happen.
And Rubel with 2 catches, 36 yards, a touchdown. Voles, 2 catches, 16 yards. And Aaron Redmond with 1 reception for 9 yards. I don't know how accurate Knightstown stats are on here, so I'm not even going to – I don't think they're very accurate.
Knightstown's had periods of success, but nothing they could sustain. There's Redmond's kickoff. Going to the 10. And another good return for the Panthers.
That's twice.
Yep. They get out about the 37, and it's going to be a penalty. That's a harsh penalty.
I don't know. Let me hit the replay button because are they calling it a late hit?
Yeah, they're going to call it a late hit, and I don't know about that.
And then maybe it's from the angle that I was.
No,
he was in bounds.
No.
That wasn't a late hit.
No,
so
and it was. We had one of our guys fall on him, but
had to be something else. So
we'll see if
he was definitely in bounds.
Personal foul.
Well, they're going to call it.
Yeah, that's a terrible call.
You look at the replay, and when he gets hit the last time, his feet are still in bounds.
Yeah,
so.
I know. We had one of our guys fell on him, but there were 3 Royals there, and they all kind of hit him at the same time and fell down. Like when you're falling, you can't control where you land.
No.
So there was nobody hit him out of bounds. So that opening kickoff and that call goes the Panthers' way. And they really need some momentum here because it's not looking good.
Yeah, they called that a late hit, and it's all right. They've had a few of those 15-yarders. We got a roughing the passer on the running back. It wasn't even the quarterback. It was a halfback pass that we never got clarification on if that's even – once you hand it off, are you protected by that?
There comes that reverse. They're going to try to back pass again all by himself.
Yep.
And that is a blown coverage. Kane gets him on the 1.
Yep, he took the ball away from him, in fact.
Oh, that was a touchdown. They're calling it a touchdown.
We got a replay.
Well, it doesn't matter if he
got in. He got in, but But did he get? How long was he in? Did Kane take it away from him before he got in? We got an arm in the way.
Yeah, I don't know. That's very fortunate for the Panthers. They caught us napping.
Yep. And a big play. They needed it.
Yep, and I think was that Fields with the throw? It was a good ball.
They're getting ready to do the 2-point, and I bet you that is Sam right there.
Yep.
So if you want to see what Sam's doing on the iPad. Sam Poff, our statistician. So delay a game, it looks like, on the Panthers for the extra point.
You don't see that very often.
Big play there, like the reverse halfback pass. They did that earlier, And they actually got a big play out of it, out of a roughing the passer call against the Royals. And it was caught just out of bounds. And then they hit the big play there, but and Sotelo about made the impossible happen there.
That would have been ridiculous. And I don't think I'm not sure that he could return it out of the end zone. I know with a kickoff you can't do that, but if he took it in and his momentum carried him in, I'm not sure if we would have been able to do that, but that would have been a fantastic play.
Oh, they're trying a little shovel pass inside fake.
Actually, that might have been good from the 3.
Yeah.
Or the 2, wherever they would have been kicking from, but that delay of game really hurt that.
All right. There's Sam's hand. And that big play there, I see that'll be refresh. I don't know. I don't think we have those stats, but anyways, yeah, that's I think we sent a text message to him, but to let him know he's in the way on that end. But he's doing more important stuff. He's helping out. Those football coaches getting in our way, like. Who do they think they are? This live stream stuff's way more.
Right. We got fans.
Yeah, I have a hard time telling the coaches how they need to set up their camera, how they need to do this, because it's theirs. We're just visitors for them.
Yeah, I don't think without the teams, our live stream wouldn't be quite as exciting.
Yeah, it would not. I totally agree with that.
Although we did live stream twice with just a bunch of us talking, that was entertaining. So, kickoff to Kubi at the 25, very short, and here he goes. Goes Mark. Wow, he gets over to the Knightstown 45.
So good kickoff return. Here's the special teams lineup. We haven't done that. So our long snappers, Caden Rubel, holder Elijah Eden, kicker and punter Aaron Redmond. Mark Kubi and Dylan Bowman are returners for kickoffs, and Cameron Voles our punt returner. That's our special team starters.
The thing I like about Mark is he's running like Kane.
Oh yeah,
I mean
put his head down, looked for contact, held his shoulders down, whatever I think. And what are they doing?
What?
What was the penalty?
What?
I did not.
It said interference with the kicker, but it sounded like it said on the kicking team. That'd be like you get called for a penalty for holding your own guy. I've never heard that.
Huh.
Well, all of that to say we're going to be doing it again.
Yep. All right. So the penalty against the Panthers, but it penalizes the Royals.
Yeah.
Penalty against the Panthers that actually penalizes the Royals. And we're going to kick it off again here.
Now let's see if Mark can do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, good job. I fell on it, but yeah, that cost us 15 yards.
Yep.
Penalty on the Panthers with a 15-yard loss for the Royals. New kind of math.
All right. Hopefully things have been working all right. I haven't really. We do have a trivia question. We're going to have two, kind of. We're going to have the Dave's Express Care Car Wash trivia question that we'll do here as soon as we get a chance, probably next time. And then we have Stump Coach Knight that you can participate in, but we're going to see if we can see if he can come up with the right answers to a question. Oh, short-armed it.
Yep, because I saw the guy coming at him. We didn't. It was that play took too long.
And then you go back how big that touchdown was before the half now, because you look now and it's a 6-point game right now. So the Royals getting in right before halftime is huge.
Yeah, it's going to be the Kane show again.
Oh, and he's got a lot of room, and he's going to be hard to stop. He may get there.
Yeah, they're not.
They do bump him out right about the 8 or so.
It's twice. He's going to be mad at himself. He's got knocked out the same place on his 2 long carries.
He came in at halftime. He had, 79 yards rushing. So he's well over 100 on that carry. But he got – yeah, sorry about mentioning your name. On That's funny. Okay, I think our cameraman is now out of the way.
Yeah, all the love. Yes. All right, Royals set up inside the 10.
Our
first
iPad
and goal.
guy.
Well, there's a no. Yep. See, last Friday night they called him down on that.
And the Royals bounce back with 2 big runs by Kane Sotelo. And he's over 100 yards rushing.
That's a nice weapon to have in your arsenal.
And that's going to lead right into our – well, is it? No, it's not, actually. I'm sorry. It's good. That would lead right into our Stump Coach Knight question.
All right.
So I couldn't remember which trivia question I was thinking of. So there's a hint on what it's going to be about.
Hey, got a kick that time.
And it goes through.
Yep, Redmond, who's been pretty accurate over the last year and a half.
All right, here is our Dave's Express Care Car Wash trivia question. Tonight is the 565th varsity football game in Eastern Hancock school history.
Wow.
That's a lot of football games. Okay. How many total victories does Eastern Hancock have coming into tonight? So that's the question. And you can be close. We're looking for close wins.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking of a sub one here. Like, how many of those games has Dave Poff been involved in?
Yeah, that'd be another one too. So 565 varsity games tonight.
It's a lot of games.
How many victories does the Royals have in those 565 football games? That's our trivia.
See how fast you can look it up, John.
And you can answer in the chat, YouTube, Facebook. If you text us, I might not see it. Sorry. Or message me.
I like that because that's if you've only been around here recently, you don't know about the ups and downs the program, kind of goes through fairly regularly. So it's a really good question.
Yeah. I have no guesses so far.
There we go. We got one. Kenny Vickers. There's a name from the past.
Oh, good.
That was way better coverage.
Is that Tincher?
Yep. And it looked like would have been shocked if they called late hit on us there as our guy got knocked over.
So here's some guesses. 297.
Minnie Murray.
Oh, Minnie Murray. I subscribed to his YouTube channel.
Comment below, right, Minnie Murray?
Well.
Minnie Murray used to be my dirt road buddy when he was actually mini. He's not quite so mini anymore.
He's quite the ninja.
Yes, he is. Oh. Yeah.
So a lot of good guesses.
Well, I'm looking at that A Poff, though. That could be 3 different people.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job, Garrett.
Yeah, we need clarification. Who are we talking about? Is that, probably not Amanda. She might have already changed.
Yeah,
she probably doesn't go by APOF anymore.
I have a hard time remembering that. If she was in our building, it would be a little easier, but.
Yeah. And there's lots of good guesses. Lots of good guesses. We'll get to it when we get a chance.
I would say, I would guess what a lot of those people are about 500. I would say our record would be somewhere around there. Knightstown having to change it up a little bit. Fields at quarterback, and he has a keeper there. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and about 4.
We've already had, what was the score at half? Did we score the 2-point conversion? Or we got the extra point? So 7, we've had 13 points scored here in less than 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Or was it 15?
No, you're right, yeah, because we can math a little bit.
Yeah. I was questioning my quarter length of a varsity football game. Oh, do we go ahead and give the answer? Do we have enough guesses, attempts? 360 by Kyle Davis, 298. Cameron Hardman, Jamie O'Neill, 306. Dave Bright, 325. Trevor Harless, 312. Those are good numbers.
Give him let's give him until
you want to give him another little bit of time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 3rd and 4, folks. We'll give it until the Knightstown drive is over.
If you're not sure what we're talking about, the Royals, this is the 565th varsity football game in Eastern Hancock school history. How many total victories does Eastern Hancock have coming into tonight? That's what everybody's guessing. You can guess on YouTube or Facebook in the comments. Jake Hicks, where you been, man? I haven't seen that guy in forever.
He was at the Heritage game. I did see him afterwards. Jake with the mustache now.
What?
Yes, Jake with the mustache.
What?
We love Jake.
Yes. All right, back to the game. 3rd and 4.
Oh, big stop. That was Logan Hoskins on the bottom of the pile.
Minnie Murray going with a scale. There's no scale system here. 270
Come
to
on,
295.
Minnie. This might be the most we've ever gotten on a question.
Yeah.
A lot of people jumping in here.
Good guesses. I will say we have had a winner.
Fourth and 5. Looks like they're going to punt. This has been a little bit of an adventure tonight on both sides. Yeah, Fields gets it. That's his best punt of the night. Fair catch.
Good.
Yep.
Good job. I'd say sure hands of Voles, but he struggled. He had to drop her earlier, but we've had someone hit it right on the number, so they win both showcases. Here is the question, and our correct answer is 299. If the Royals win tonight, this would be the 300th victory in school history.
And it's looking like it's going to be the 300th victory. We won't count our chickens just yet. But.
So the Royals are 299 and 265 all time. And against Knightstown, they are 31 and 26.
It's another thing. It goes in spurts.
Oh, yeah. If you just look at the Anvil games, there hasn't really been a whole lot of close games.
Yeah.
There's been maybe a couple, but either Knightstown has just been really, really good, or we've been really, really good. It's been a.
I wonder what's the most in a row. It's got to be 4 or 5, maybe.
Yeah,
not more.
It's not a lot.
So it's a great indicator of small school football, where your classes cycle through and you got the ebb and flow.
We do have one more trivia we're going to do a little bit later, so it's Stump Coach Knight segment, but you can participate too. We're going to see if he can
that little hitch pass to Manship, I think it's the 3rd time we've run that tonight. Gets about 5 yards. They had coverage on him. They're playing him a little tighter now. Looks like that's Smith out there on him. But
and by the way, John, I believe Apoff got in before you, so you got second.
Yep.
if my comments are in the correct order.
Yep. And Kane just drug a Panther for the first down.
Yeah, I think Apoff squeaked out.
I think you're right.
Right there.
Yep.
Now we don't know what Apoff. Ava, Amanda.
We got to assume it's
Andy.
Aaron. Andy's
Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, we got all.
Maybe it is Ava.
Long pass. Oh, that's gonna be picked.
Yep, and that was that was a similar route that Caden caught the touchdown on, but the safety stayed. It wasn't man-to-man, and they ran a linebacker with Caden underneath, and it was a very, very small window, and as you see, you overshoot just a little bit. And I didn't see which Panther that was with the interception, but 17. Yeah, Gage Brody, the freshman, did a nice job there at free safety making that pick.
Is that the second turnover for the Royals?
Yep, second one. Oh, Andy Poff. Good job, Andy. It's a faster Googler. That's things that sound dirty but aren't.
And he's got some space and room. Good job, Is that Tincher maybe ran him out?
Yep.
Oh, and then a flag. That's going to be at least a third personal foul or unsportsmanlike against the Royals.
And I don't
that
know
one may have been more legit. I couldn't see over there.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, it wasn't. I don't think I think we kept pushing him. I mean, there wasn't any hitting going on, and I don't think it was Tincher. We had somebody else come in there late. And I'm not sure who it was, but those are the plays against good teams that just kill you.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's the second late hit out of bounds call, and
Knightstown's had some success when they could get Fields outside.
Yep.
He is fast. You mentioned that earlier. He may be the fastest guy out there. I don't know, but. He nearly jumped offside again,
and
we're going to
call
it.
Yep.
And we did not. We did. Oh, they
called it against
I was going to say
Knightstown.
we didn't. We jumped, but we did not go across the ball that time.
Yep. There was no discussion about it, so he must have been, the white hat must have been on it.
I wonder if it was somebody in the backfield. You know, a lot of times you get that, you just kind of flinch a little bit. But they nearly got our D-line again. Gorman's done a nice job running the offense. Just big plays have been few and far between. Not his fault.
We did not play Knightstown last year, but I watched film of them to prepare to watch for the Knightstown game, and this team is so far ahead of where they were last year.
Yeah.
So,
well, they've even got more numbers, right? They didn't have very many kids last year.
Yeah.
I'm looking at here. They got a huge freshman class.
Yeah, they're way, way better than where they were last year. So, building it up, you got to start building it up.
And I've heard that they're at least their eighth graders. Not sure about the seventh graders. At least their eighth graders have a decent group. Have had some success coming up. It's going to be second and about 13 now. And this is where the Panthers have gotten in trouble. They get a penalty or a misplay, and they get behind the chains, and they just having a hard time getting big chunk plays. There's about a 4-yard gain, but now you've got 3rd and 9.
Yeah, and they're not – well, I guess they did have a big hit play.
Yeah, that halfback pass, but
right.
you can't
run that every time.
No, you can't rely on that, and that's the thing. You got to – it's nice to keep you in the game, but you have to have some sort of sustained success. And if you're not going to have big plays, you can't have negative plays.
Well, I feel like if Coach Gallion could run a halfback pass every time, I think he would try or some version of it.
Landon would have liked that.
Yes.
There's a pass. They got tight end down the middle. We have 3 Royals there. What?
Yep.
That was a great throw by Gorman. See who that is on the catch.
Here's the Yeah. Yeah. That
Was
was
Eli
really
King?
well done.
Yeah.
There's just like a donut of Royals all around him. And the Panther comes up with it.
Yep, Eli Kane on the catch, and he actually got some yards after that too before we could tackle him. So that was the big passing play, like legit, no tricks passing play that they had been lacking until now. So Panthers is sustaining it now. And we better buckle down. We'll be closer than we had hoped. Counter, and we overran it. See who that Kane coming in and going to get the trip up.
And this is where you got to think about. I'd say probably 80, 90%, maybe even more of these kids on Knightstown are playing both ways. They're playing offense and defense. Royals have a few guys playing both ways, but not that many.
Right, and they lost the younger Gorman too, partway through the second quarter. So he's out, and it looks like they've got another guy hopping on the bench that I saw playing earlier. So Jamison Crawford is now sitting out. So
they've really done a nice job this evening. Oh, the pass.
And that wouldn't have counted because both wingbacks went in motion.
We got a flag in the backfield.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you were talking about, illegal motion?
Yeah, I was waiting for him to throw it, but both wingbacks went. They got confused on. And again, we've got at least one of the starting wingbacks is out. So you've got guys who maybe without as much experience playing. So Royals going to decline it. So instead of making it 2nd and 14, it's going to be 3rd and 9 from the 20, maybe the 19. I think we endure August football to get to a night like this.
Yeah, this is nice. The only August football that I had was nice. When we went to Northwestern, we had a large press box to ourselves, basically.
That's
Jocelyn
right.
and I did. And it was air conditioned. And, it was the nicest setup for a freshman or for an August game.
They did have a fantastic facility.
Yeah.
So Fields picks up 4.5. It's going to be basically we'll call it 4th and 5 from the 15.
And that was one of our first ever away live streams. Yeah, like football. So one of our very beginning. Back pass.
Yep.
Kane's like, that's Bowman, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bowman out there and Shaw, and they just ran out of room. Receiver got behind us again, but, you didn't have the room to work with when you're at midfield. And that's not the kind of play you usually run both ways. Most of the plays in your playbook, you can go right or left, but that's, unless you've got a lefty tailback or something, it's hard to roll out the other way for a kid who's not used to throwing. So.
And what is that? About the 3rd time or 4th time we've seen it?
Yeah.
And all right, so Royals take over, turnover on downs. Kind of dodged a bullet there because that would have been huge.
Yep.
So Panthers could have found a way in the end zone.
Maybe Sotelo time and just start grinding the clock. So he just picked up 5 yards.
The Royals have Milan next week, which looks to be a toss-up game next week, homecoming.
Last year we won on a literally last-second field goal in the game after having trailed most of the game. There goes Kane again.
He might be gone.
Yeah, there's no way. They're not pushing him out this time.
Yeah,
it's about an 80-yard run for Kane.
And that might play right into our stump Coach Knight question. We'll see what his yardage ends up being. Once he gets out there, and And Kane's not the fastest guy we've had, but he's one of our fastest through the years.
I think he's deceptively fast because we just unloaded a group of seniors that were, regional qualifiers in the 4x1. So Kane likes to have a challenge when he runs. He puts hurdles on the track.
I'm trying to get the stats to update. So big play there. I'm not getting stats to update, so I'm trying.
You know what's funny? After Kane's defensive season last year, we talked him up at the beginning of the year, and it really hasn't been a case where he had to have as many defensive big plays. It's kind of nice watching him shine on the other side of the ball, too.
There we go. 11 carries, 225 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Kane Sotelo tonight so far. So
nice. It's a good kid, too.
And last week, we'll go ahead and kind of put it out there. Last week, Kane Sotelo ran for 224 yards, so he trumped it tonight at Heritage Christian. Here's your question, by the way. You can start thinking about it. 7 total players have rushed for 200-plus yards in a game since 2001.
Okay. So
who are those 7 players?
Are we
counting Kane?
So Kane, Spencer, Cooper, trying to think here, Devin Denny, Brett Bragdon. Was that 5?
You've got Spencer, Kane, Devin, Brett, Cooper, I heard.
Yeah.
Spencer.
I want to say Cole, but I don't remember if he had. I don't know if he ran enough. Zach did against New Albany. Yeah, I think he did.
I don't know if that one's.
We're
going to blame Coach Knight or Coach Gallion if it is.
I'm getting hosed on that one. I think Zach had 200 yards. I'm trying to think who our backs were that would have done that.
There's one I feel like had
Brinson?
A big game in the intermediate school over here. I might be thinking of the wrong person, but at least the one that I saw that's on our answer.
Yeah.
So who are the 7?
Casey Smith?
Who are the 7?
Man, that's
7 running backs that's ran for 200-plus yards since 2001 in a game.
Yeah,
though I don't believe Zach is on. Zach is not listed on this.
I think we need to revisit Zach against New Albany last year. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Wouldn't shock me if Casey Smith did. But running the wing tee that we did for 10 or 12 years, we spread it out so much it was hard for some of those guys. I think
you've got 6 of the 7.
I think Nate Hungate had 200 yards receiving one time. Man, let me.
This is Coach Gallion's research.
So I got a couple other guys I would think of. Nick Lawrence would be one that I know. I know he had a couple big games. I'm not sure if he hit 200. And I'm sure there's somebody. There's like a gap I'm missing.
All right, we'll go ahead and do it.
All right.
So here are the 7. Spencer Gilbert, Brett Bragdon, Cooper Henderson, Nick Lawrence. Yeah. That's the one. Oh, we forgot one.
And Victor.
Victor Olivo.
Sorry, Victor. My bad.
Devin Denny, Kane Sotelo. And we think possibly.
I think Zach had. I think Zach had over 200 against New Albany in that crazy game that we played a couple years ago. We got down early, and then I think Zach's speed surprised some kids from New Albany.
So Kane Sotelo's done it back-to-back weeks.
That might be another good question. Who's done it? I would say Spencer. Spencer probably.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Not sure there's too many others that would have done that. But
I don't know if we'll have a trivia question. I guess we got quite a people on right now just to give you a heads up. Coach Knight and I will not be at the game next Friday against Milan. It is homecoming. We understand that, but we have other commitments. So we are not sure what the live stream is going to look like next week. So Matt Simmons is pre-2001, right?
Matt would have, John, I believe, but
so we are not 100% sure. It may have announcers. It may be a live stream with no announcers. We don't know what it's going to be like next week. So I will tell you, we will try to live stream it, but we cannot make promises for next Friday night. So if you want to come, come to homecoming, right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, what's a better time to come than come to homecoming? So see it in person.
You might still be able to call up the camera on your phone. You can supply your own commentary.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
there's a pick.
Shelby gets it in the flats, and he's going to gain 5 yards on the return there, and we're going to be at the 20-yard line going in. Nice job, Dom. And
that's where you just probably Knightstown doing things that Knightstown can't do.
Yep, they're just not used to it.
That's not what they're.
And I got to tell you, I think
you're forced to do that in this situation,
Yeah.
obviously.
I think they had a pretty good, at least offensively, I think they had a pretty good game plan. They wanted to control it and run it. And a couple of times they had penalties or they had miscues in the backfield. And 3rd and 15's hard when you're running a double tight, double wing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we saw the halfback pass 3 times.
And you look at the first, 10 minutes.
Yep.
Or not 10, 20 minutes. First 20 minutes of the first half. Or 22 probably. They were right where they wanted to be. I mean, they wanted to score. Oh, there's going to be a touchdown to Redmond.
Yeah, now it's just a quick one, and that'll
quick strike.
That'll start the clock running. That's why you do that there. You put that on there, and hopefully now we'll start seeing some of our main guys rotate out and maybe get rested up for the clash with Milan next week. That was a really good throw from Elijah and a good catch from Aaron. And actually tougher maybe than the ones that he had earlier because he was having to go backwards and reach above his head. So
right.
Now he's got to calm himself down and kick an extra point. It's almost like the biathlon. Run a 20-yard sprint, catch the touchdown, and then calm yourself down to kick an extra point.
Yep.
So actually, no, we didn't get it. Still 33. So we got to get one more.
Yep.
One more score to do that. So I spoke too soon. My English teacher, not a math teacher.
What we got? Oh, we got volleyball off tomorrow.
Volleyball. There's a JV tournament at Daleville tomorrow. So JV only. JV won in 3 sets last night against Southwestern in a tight battle. So they'll play, and then Monday we're at home, I think, against Cowan, which will be really good conference one. Might be Tuesday, I can't remember, but Wednesday I know we're at Tri, and then Thursday we're home again, and I want to say Daleville, but I can't remember for sure.
Girls golf is sectional on Monday morning. I find it odd that they had to do that, but it has to deal with the golf courses don't really want to give up their weekends for a golf sectional, so they're kind of forced to do them.
Do they play
during
18,
the school day?
They play 18 holes in the sectional too, right? So.
Yeah. So they are playing at 9 a.m. on Monday at Hawkstail. So good luck to the girls there. Good tackle.
Yep. Who was that?
That looked like a Vols. No?
Nope, that's a Gage Tompkins.
Gage Tompkins.
One of the seniors. That was a great open field.
Let's see here. Tomorrow, the middle school tennis is got an invite at home. Cross country has their invite at home. Varsity. Middle school volleyball is at I don't think at Elwood maybe or versus Elwood tomorrow.
All right.
So that's what's coming up tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, morning. We do plan on streaming the volleyball games midweek next week. And that's a good tackle.
But you kind of feel it. This is only the end of the third quarter, folks. It feels a little bit like the end of the game. I think Knightstown fought about as long as they could.
Coach Eck wants us to live stream the girls' golf sectional. I don't know if they'll let me get a sub for that. No. And I think I figured out we could do a golf sectional live stream, but it's going to require a lot of equipment. It's going to require about 10 people to run it.
I think we got to do what we were talking about doing with Cody, where we put a GoPro on X head and let him. We could follow the groups, and he could talk very quietly.
Yes, and we get an insider view of the conversations.
It's like you get the coach mic'd up and the commentary at the same time.
Yes, the answer to the number of wins prior to tonight. We came into the game with 299 all-time victories in varsity football. So a victory tonight would move the Royals into their 300th all-time victory. Cheerleader competition at Tri-West, we missed that.
Sorry.
That was not on my schedule. Yes. I missed that on my athletic schedule.
We'll blame Coach Spalding for not putting it on the master schedule.
Yeah, don't do that because that'll get pointed in a different direction.
We won't blame Coach Spalding for not having it on the master schedule.
That will go. They'll point out who puts that on the master schedule. Cheerleading added as in the athletic department. They have a website. If you go to the ehathletics.org website, there's a cheerleading team page now. So you can see all their information except when their competitions are.
Yes. Which apparently is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's one in like February in Orlando.
Mm-hmm. So. I was going to try to look and see if I can find some scores from around the area. So give me a moment as I scroll.
Yep. End of the third, Royals up 39-6. And it was a really, really close game, as you mentioned, until the last couple minutes of the first half. And Royals scored going a little bit. Knightstown still putting up a fight, but the Royals just proven too much. And Kane Sotelo over 200 yards rushing. Elijah Eden's thrown a couple of touchdowns and run for one. The defense, I think we just got the one turnover where Dom Shelby got the interception.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been an overall team effort tonight. I don't know that anybody stood out. I know we said Aiden Trueblood's name a few times early on, filling holes from his linebacker spot, but pretty solid showing from the defense.
Yeah. A couple scores. Greenfield, I mean, they've had a really nice season. Won 54-7 over Shelbyville. One of their better seasons in a long, long time. New Pal defeated Pendleton 42-14.
That is crazy play by Cameron. He's going to get taken down. They may call a horse collar. I don't know. It looks like he went down awkward, and he's cramping. That is one, as a coach, you start hollering. I did not see a fair catch signal on that, by the way.
I didn't hit it. Mount Vernon leading 35-14 over Delta. Heritage Christian losing to Cecina 20-13. Not quite sectional because Cecina's not in our sectional, but
say the one observation I had on Heritage Christian last year is they tend to get a little cute offensively, and maybe instead of playing solid, they feel like they're really good, and sometimes try to make plays they can't yet. So Cecina usually pretty solid and well coached at maybe taking advantage of that tonight.
So MEC score here. At the end of the third, South Adams leading Monroe Central 35-7. We're going to see them in a couple weeks. Westell falls to Shenandoah 44-0.
Team I'm really curious about is Monroe Central. I want to know what they were like us and lost a big group of seniors last year, and I'm really curious. It's hard to tell by the teams they've played. South Adams usually really good, so.
Those are most of the updated scores from the area. Northeastern 47-0 over Union City. They're actually looking pretty good, Northeastern.
Yeah.
They haven't played a real tough schedule, but they have dominated people that they've played.
Yeah, that's been the typical for them for the most years recently, right? I mean, they've usually had some pretty good teams. So.
Sometimes you can't control your schedule, but you control how you play against that schedule.
Right.
So
Right. Well, and that's the first time we've seen that kind of rush on Eden, and he goes down. Did a good job hanging on to the ball. Panthers still fighting.
Yep.
And that's what, when you have a team that's like this, that's still learning how to win, you want to see when you're down, are you going to fight or are you going to hang your head? And so as a coach, that's what you look for now. Are your kids still –
How do you react?
Yep. Are they still battling? Because that's what you build on for the future.
Yep.
You point back to those things. And they are coming. Is that Redmond again? Or Manship? I saw one. I didn't
still
see
down, whoever it is.
I think that's Redmond's side. Yeah, Manship's on the other side, so that's Redmond. And I can't see what he's holding. So our new trainer coming over to tend to Aaron.
We believe it's Aaron.
I think it is because I saw Eli on the other side. And we don't typically rotate our receivers that much. So hopefully it's just like a cramp or something. And it looks like maybe they're trying to stretch him out. Been busy tonight.
Yep. What were we talking about at lunch? That we talked about the Anvil game starting, we think, around 2006. We're not exactly sure. And Coach Hibbert was talking today how he was in the first 2 Anvil games as a player for Knightstown.
Yep.
And you coached those games.
Yep.
Those against Knightstown. So who won those?
I believe that was Eastern Hancock. The aforementioned put the blue bolts in that baby or whatever it was that Joel Hungate said.
Did you mention that to Cody today?
I did.
Okay.
I had to remind him. I like Cody, and he's a loyal Royal, but he does have some Panther history.
Mm-hmm. Redmond walking off, long walk to the other sideline.
I think he was cramping. I think they had his leg up and probably on that calf.
Is that Shaw coming in on the side?
Yep.
So Garrett Shaw in at receiver.
And we have Caden Willis been playing receiver, and Caden got a hand in the cast. It's a little bit hard to catch like that, so thins us out just a little bit. Braden Sullivan had gone down with an injury earlier, so.
Yeah, of all our positions, that's where we've really thinned out some.
Yep. I think we thought we lost Voles a little bit. Last week, I think he rolled his ankle.
We have not had the inadvertent whistle bring back a fumble, though.
No, we have not.
We had 2 of those back-to-back weeks. That cost the Rolls fumble recoveries, and Gavin Scroggins a touchdown.
Yep. Peyton Spear tripped up in the hole there. There's a big hole, and a nice play by the Panther. I think one of their linebackers got in and tripped Peyton up. I thought he was going to be off to the races. He is shifty and quick when he gets going.
4th and 12. He's going to throw it. Oh, it's caught, and Rubel is going to score his second touchdown.
And that one was
great hands.
Yep, that good hands, caught it with his hands, and with the distraction drill, the Panther defender went for the pick, and there was nobody behind him. So once he missed it, all Caden had to do was hang on, and he was going to get an easy walk into the end zone. So that's two long touchdowns for Caden tonight. And that will start the running clock as we have gone over 35 points. Well, there we go. John looked it up. Thanks, John. 5 in a row.
And I'm not sure where we're at now.
This is will be our 4th in a row.
Okay.
We lost Army's first year when that graduated group of senior. Well, I guess we don't count that.
That was last year wasn't.
Right.
But that was the time I remember Coach, what was it?
It was
Army wasn't there. The Clayton coach one time. I'm trying to remember now.
It might have been that night, but it was Houston Houston in that class were freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
There was I think it was Jose Oliva was the quarterback for
I remember
Knightstown. They had a pretty good group of seniors that year, and we just got a little outmanned. I mean, our kids took their lumps that year, and then the last two with Army were pretty ugly. So again, it's that run of talent and stuff that you have at schools our size, where you get a couple, maybe even just small classes, not ones without talent, but small classes. It's just harder it's hard for a 14-year-old to compete with an 18-year-old in most cases.
Right.
And that's again looking at Knightstown's roster. They got a decent group of seniors, but
I'd say 30 to 40% of them are freshmen.
Yeah, and they've got four sophomores. So I mean, it's not an experienced team, but for these freshmen, this is going to be a learning experience for them to build on.
When we get a chance, I know it's going to be running clock, but we get a chance when you do a commercial or two. Do want to thank everybody watching. We've had a really good viewership when I've looked down at it. So appreciate everybody watching. We wish you were here, but
look at Gavin square him up.
Oh, when he fumbled.
Yep. Scroggins put his helmet on the ball, and it pops out, and it's going to be Royals' ball.
And I think we had a good angle from it.
Yep.
I'm assuming that the camera upstairs had a good angle.
That was a great job. If you want to see how to tackle somebody who wants to put a move on you, square them up like that. Knightstown calls a timeout. They're going to set up.
So let's go and do a commercial then. So we will Eastern Hancock football on the EH Sports Network.
Knightstar is very focused on customer and member care, focused on making sure that however we communicate with the member and customer is how they want to communicate.
You know, sometimes we're the one person that they speak to in a day, and you want that conversation to be happy and pleasant.
As a nonprofit co-op, we're focused on providing the best service we can for our members.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
All right, here we go. After the timeout, Royals 1st and 10. Looks like we have a majority of the starters still in.
Yeah, it's still the same group. Peyton's in there at running back. Garrett's still in for Aaron.
And now the Royals call timeout, and this may switch.
Yeah, it may have been looking like who's the Panthers putting in. Are they gonna?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times as the winning team, you wait for the team that's losing to sub. You don't want to take the foot off the gas with the other team with the starters still in.
Right.
A lot of times. So, all right, we're gonna do one more commercial.
We are really heavily involved in the community, so there are multiple different volunteer opportunities that we can go and do.
Volunteer time to share their time and talents with organizations that need not only monetary assistance, but just people's time to help those organizations grow and thrive.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is...
All right, we do have some subs in.
Go
That's
Sipes.
So both teams with subs in. There is a JV game on the schedule. Is that still on the on?
I have not heard yet.
I believe there's a JV Eastern Hancock Knightstown game on the schedule.
Yeah, I know that. I know there was one on the schedule. I have not heard if it's still on. Zach Stevens playing quarterback. Ethan Sipes with a second carry, and he's got himself 15 yards on 2 carries. Actually, maybe closer to 18. JV looking to get a touchdown. Scroggins all by himself. Nobody even covering him. Let's see if they'll throw it to Gavin. Oh, now they move somebody out on him. Can't see who that was. It may have been Gabe Johnson. I think it was Gabe Johnson with the catch.
So, is Zach's first varsity pass?
As far as I know.
What's the number, Zach?
81.
I'm not even. My eyes aren't working.
Yep. Zach Stevens, nephew of the great Terry Stevens.
Isn't everybody?
Again. That's true. Sipes going to get a touchdown.
There's a flag.
Yep, and it's going to get called back.
Don't you hate? I mean, how many JV players have had touchdowns called back this year already?
That stinks.
You just feel for those kids that finally get to play on Friday night. They make a big play for themselves on a Friday night, and then,
Ethan Sipes, the left-hander. One of my favorite Ethans.
Yeah.
He and Griffin, both left-handers, and growing up, neither of them could keep their shoes tied. I always swore it was a left-handed thing because I think Schultz had trouble with his shoes too. So we're gonna redo that. It's gonna be first and goal from the 17. See if Ethan can get in there again. Gonna get a shot.
Yeah, good run.
That is a good run, and he's doing his best Kubi and Sotelo imitation and knocks over 3 Panthers on his way to the ground.
And I'm not sure who our linemen are, but nice job our line. They've had this JV line has opened up some holes for Sipes. Oh,
that was Austin Brown, and he could not bring it in right in the corner.
Zach hit him right in the hands, so he had to reach for it, but not a bad throw for Zach.
I agree. That was a nice. That's tough to place it there, and gave Austin a shot at it. See if we run Ethan again or Gavin switching sides. He's going to be uncovered. No, they're going to go out with him and Sipes off the side. He's
so close.
I think going to be at the 1 yard line.
Is it goal?
Yeah, it's fourth and goal from the 1.
They're right on the line too.
Yep.
They're jumping right up there. They aren't wasting time.
Come on, Ethan.
Get these JV kids a chance.
There he goes, and there's a touchdown. Ethan Sipes' first varsity touchdown. Nice job.
Yep. Nice job by the JV. The offensive line, really nice job. Sipes, good cuts in there.
That was a good drive.
And you got to think that's Zach's first quarterback play in a game even, I believe. I don't think he's played in the JV games even quarterback.
He has some in the JV games, some. Not Eli Manship had been the quarterback, but with Eli starting tonight, that's probably going away. So nice job by Zach.
Oh, and we missed the extra 2-point conversion, sorry.
Throwing it out to Gavin, he didn't get in. So great job by the JV kids. Like to see them have success on a Friday. They get their own games, but there's something different about playing on a Monday night or a Monday afternoon versus a Friday night under the lights. So.
Oh, yeah.
I always said Friday night had a different smell to it.
Oh, yeah.
Especially as it gets cooler.
Here is the sectional for the Royals. Northeastern, we talked about them. They haven't played the strongest schedule, But they've dominated a lot of the teams that they've played. They're 3-1, 2-0 in the sectional. Heritage Christian, we saw them last week. Very good. Do I feel like they're unbeatable? No, I think that that we can have a shot if we can keep improving. Lapel's pretty tough.
Yeah.
They got one of the best running backs I've ever seen. Dollar, and he's now a senior. So
yeah, he's been around forever too.
Yes, he's one of those that you're like,
it's like an 8th-year senior.
Would you please graduate? And
the team that shocks me on there though is Ritter.
Mm-hmm.
Ritter with a power in 1 and 2A for years, and they couldn't even field a JV team this year.
Yeah. They had to cancel. A varsity game. That's why they've only played 3 games instead of 4.
Crazy.
So, but you got to think it's probably a Heritage Christian lapel, kind of the top 2, and then,
Yeah. That'll stay. As you said, Northeastern. It's hard to tell just because we don't have that many common opponents.
Yeah. So you got to think Heritage Christian lapels probably the class of the sectional, and then you've got Northeastern, us, and probably Shenandoah.
Yeah.
Probably right there in that next tier. And you never know how the draw comes out.
Right.
So,
and even looking at that Union County Winchester, it's hard to know because the TEC with their, I think they got 8 teams, right? They only have room for 1 or 2, games outside their conference, so you don't get to see them against some of our other opponents,
and you might think, the sectional's a long ways away, but it's not.
Yeah.
We're halfway through the season, so it's coming up quick. And there's Knightstown sectional.
Yeah.
Tri and North Decatur, I think, are your class of that.
Look at the
sectional.
Lancers at 4-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coach Bechtel, a proud alum.
Yeah. Yep.
Trying to see who that was. That Gavin again?
Gavin slowed him down, and then a host of Royals came in. Yeah, I didn't notice that, actually. Edinburgh 4-0.
I mean, there was probably a 10-year period where Edinburgh didn't have 4 total wins, and it just shows you the cyclical nature of small school football.
And Tri's really, really good, and we saw North Decatur really good. And we're going to see Milan next week.
Yep.
So let's see if I can name some people that you see out there.
I know
Gabe Sotelo, I see.
Yep, Gabe's out here at corners. Jason Hammond's at the corner on like on our sideline. Gavin Scroggins playing like that safety position. Sipes at a linebacker. I think Reese Neisler's playing one of our safeties. Gabe Johnson's out there.
Hey, he's got the right jersey on.
Yeah.
Wasn't he 36 for most of the season?
Yep.
Now he's got his right jersey. Or maybe it's just the blue.
Stands out a little bit better.
71. Who's 71?
Now we have a problem. We have a lineman out there. We don't know. And I can't tell by how they stand.
Yeah.
22 is Connor Cook playing one of the linebackers there too.
James King, did you say him? He's out there?
No, I just saw him right when you said that. James 27, that outside linebacker end type guy.
71. Anybody know who 71 is? I am not sure.
I can't even tell by how they're standing.
No. I was thinking the same thing.
The White Cook's out there. Joseph Hollenbaugh, I think, was playing nose. Yeah, big old JoJo. Oh, offense takes over. Austin Brown, Gavin Scroggins, Griffin Knight at the receivers.
James King there in the backfield.
Yep. James getting a shot here. That Johnson playing the kind of the H-back.
I could see James getting downhill really quick here.
Just like that.
There he goes. Man, he's just a wrecking ball.
Yep.
He's not afraid of contact.
Well, James comes late to football, too. Like, he didn't start playing until, I think, 8th grade. There's no medium speed on James either. He's either full speed or he's standing still.
Yep.
So just over 2 minutes to go in this game. Royals are going to get their 300th victory and lift the anvil. But
Carson Smith, 71.
Okay, thank you.
Coach Colson. Oh,
my kid!
Oh,
that's my kid! Woo!
Griffin Knight with the touchdown from Zach Stevens. I got a replay. I hope.
Well, can you clip that one for me?
Yeah.
All right. Good job, son.
Very cool.
That was awesome.
Nice job, Griffin Knight.
As Coach Gallion comes down, and we're watching that. And now a 2-point conversion. I think if we were looking at anything to nitpick about, one would be our 2-point conversions that we like to do.
Oh, who was
not
that?
Been real successful.
That was Daniel Denny.
Daniel Denny.
Good job, Daniel.
So I think if you're nitpicking anything, and I mean, obviously we got off to the slow start.
Yeah.
But that was Knightstown's doing. Knightstown did a nice job there that most of the first half, and even into the second half. You take out that touchdown right before the halftime, and then they count this touchdown,
right?
That they got at the beginning of the third quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, Knightstown had to be. What we talked about, they're playing a lot of kids both ways, and that's difficult to do. And be successful because you're going to get tired.
Yep, absolutely.
You're going to get tired. I mean, sometimes you get a kid like, we talk about Preston Markley, how he never gets tired. And Kane Sotelo doesn't seem to ever get tired, but most kids get tired.
Well, and that was there's a lot to like in this Knightstown team. And they do have some seniors, as we said, but they're pretty young. Uh-oh, loose ball. But I don't know who's got on that. Royals say they do.
And I mean, who was kicking? Was that? I mean, we have a backup. Who kicks for the JV?
I cannot remember.
I don't know.
I was trying to think of above my pay
that.
grade.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't Redmond.
No,
he was hurt, and
I don't know.
So.
But I didn't see who came up with that. But that was a great job getting on the ball. Yeah, I was saying though, like I like what Knightstown was doing. They stayed within themselves. They had a game plan. They knew that. I mean, they were going to have to fight for everything that they get this year, and they were executing it pretty good. They just some of that experience, and obviously they've got some injuries too. They've got a handful of kids on crutches, and so
the wins haven't come. But I saw them play. They didn't play them, but I saw them play on film. They are way better than this year than they were last year. So you build on it, keep getting better. And they'll get there. So
and this is probably about how we thought this might go tonight. Just took a little longer to get there than maybe we hoped, but it's a good win for the Royals. We're over 500 again, 3-2. So with a big homecoming matchup against Milan next Friday night.
Right. So I do want to thank Knightstown for their help and allowing us to stream here. Always been very courteous to us, so appreciate that. And we will be getting ready to kind of tear down and make that long haul home. So this is one of the nice trips home. So congratulations to the Royals, and homecoming next week. Lots of dress-up days planned, so expect a lot of school spirit. I think a pep session on Friday next week.
Yep.
And a lot of festivities coming up. So I don't know if we have any last-second stats here. I think I just saw our statistician, Sam Poff, walk by. Nope, he's behind me right now, stalking me as I'm talking about him. He guarantees these are all exactly correct, is what I've heard. So Elijah Eden, unofficially, 9 of 17, 140 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Kane Sotelo, 11 carries, 225 yards, trumped his 224 yards last week by 1 yard unofficially. 3 touchdowns with a long of 79. Ethan Sipes with 5 carries, 38 yards, and a touchdown. Mark Kuby, 4 carries for 20. James King, 1 for 7. Eli Manship, 1 for 6. Peyton Spear, 3 for 4. I'm sure there are probably a couple that are missing there. And receiving, Caden Rubel, 3 catches, 81 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was our player to watch before the game.
Yeah, you called that one.
Aaron Redmond, 3 catches, 40 yards and a touchdown. Griffin Knight, 1 catch, 18 yards and a touchdown. Cameron Voles, 2 catches, 16 yards. And Gabe Johnson, 1 catch for 3 yards. So do want to thank Sam Poff for doing stats for us. So we have those. And John Splater running the camera. He's running the camera for the iPad for the team, and we just threw our camera in front of it. So he's actually paying attention to the team camera, and ours just happens to be pointing hopefully in the right direction. So I do appreciate that, that John, because he doesn't have to be here. Like, he just loves to do it, and so it's good to have John back around.
Absolutely.
So thanks for joining us, and we will see you at a volleyball game probably next week.
Yep.
So good night.